Police curfew imposed in Teldenia and Pallekele. Speculation, a no-confidence motion will be brought against the Prime Minister today. Forces personnel banned from posting photos on social media wearing army uniforms. Nidahas Trophy tournament begins today. Sri Lanka to take on India in the first match. And one of the lead stories this afternoon, police curfew has been reimposed for the Teldenia and Pallekele police divisions. Now, police said the curfew will be in effect throughout the day. Moving on to more local news, Parliament is due to convene at 1 this afternoon, at which certain members of the joint opposition are expected to submit a no-confidence motion against the Prime Minister. They must submit the no-confidence motion to the Speaker Karu Jayasuriya or the General Secretary of Parliament. If accepted, it will be included in the agenda for Parliament on a future date. The JVP is due to present the proposal for the adjournment debate today on the current situation in certain areas of the country. They aim to draw the government's attention on enforcing law and order in the country. In another headline-making story this afternoon, members of the three armed forces have been banned from posting photographs and other material on Facebook and other social media platforms while wearing their respective uniforms.
Sri Lanka Army spokesperson Brigadier Sumit Atapattu, speaking to Newsfirst, said the Sri Lanka Army has issued a circular in this regard. This order is in effect for the Sri Lanka Air Force and the Sri Lanka Navy. The law, which was in effect for military personnel several months ago, was reinforced by a circular last week. The Army spokesperson said if military personnel post such material on social media, strict disciplinary action will be taken against them. The commander of the Sri Lanka Army has focused attention on the situation, and military officers in charge of this role have been instructed in this regard.
The Students and Parents Associations of the Medical Faculty met with Minister of Development Strategies and International Trade Malik Samaravikrama yesterday. The students and parents arrived at the premises of the ministry to discuss the slashing of the Mahapula scholarship.
After we ended our boycott of lectures, we received information from certain parties including the Ministry of Higher Education, University Grants Commission and the Mahapula Trust Fund that our Mahapula scholarship has been suspended and abolished. The students took certain measures against this. They lodged a complaint at the Human Rights Commission. They also forwarded letters regarding the matter.
Parents and students of medical students prepared for a protest today against the slashing of the Mahapula scholarship. The Minister of Development Strategies met with us before that. The minister promised us he will grant the scholarship accordingly. He gave us a signed letter promising that. Therefore, we called off our protest peacefully because the government agreed to protect the rights of our children. The Government Medical Officers Association alleges a group of Indian doctors had violated the local medical ordinance while taking part in a medical exhibition in Sri Lanka.
These doctors are not here to practice in hospitals permanently. They will set up mobile medical camps and will treat patients. Eventually work towards taking those patients to India. Treatment will start at the first instance, so no one can say treatments will be provided in India. Very clearly the Ministry of Health has a responsibility to confirm whether those doctors have adequate qualifications, whether they obtained approval from the Government Medical Association, and whether all this was conducted according to the medical ordinance. Immediately, the Ministry of Health should reveal whether the Medical Council was informed. Further, whether this matter was implemented based on the medical law of the country, the identity of the doctors, who provided approval for them to conduct medical camps in Trincomalee, and the law established in the country for conducting these kind of programs. All should be clarified by the Ministry of Health.
French poet Victor Hugo once said, "He who opens a school door closes a prison." However, sadly, many schools are facing closures for various reasons. One of them is the Katuana Bemmekonda Primary School in Valasmulla.
The school in Valasmulla is administered by the Valasmulla Zonal Educational Office and was closed down in March 2015. The locals say children from a number of villages, including Bengamukanda Pahalago Madya and Gallida Mulla, have been forced to travel 4 to 5 kilometers to reach other schools. The Katuana Bengamukanda Primary School opened in 1948 with the assistance of the residents, and it was taken over by the state in 1950. Locals claim administrative shortcomings led to the closure. They said repeated requests to the Valasmulla Zonal Education Office to reopen the school and provide a solution have fallen on deaf ears.
The sad story reported in the country. The Turkish village of Midigama, once a haven for tsunami survivors, is now facing a severe crisis due to the inability to access clean drinking water.
The Turkish village of Midigama is home to around 600 villagers. These families were placed in this village in 2006, and since then they face the difficulty in accessing clean drinking water. The villagers claim water was supplied 1 hour per day, and now it has been converted to once in every 5 days. The villagers allege though there is a water tank in the village to store the water, it has not been maintained over a period of time.
Moving on to some sports news this afternoon now. The first match of the Nidahas Trophy Tri-Nation T20 cricket tournament will open today at the R. Premadasa Cricket Stadium in Colombo. Sri Lanka will take on India in the first match of the tournament.
Speaking prior to the match, Sri Lankan skipper Dinesh Chandimal expressed these views.
We are not thinking about the result, and we just want to play one at a time. So we have something in up our sleeve as a unit, and we just want to execute that when we are in the middle. So then we can get the result what we want. So that's what we are going to do as a unit.
Any team can beat anyone. There are no favorites in T20s at least, because it's such a short format. The game can slip or change in the span of 1 over, 2 over. Kuldeep is not here because he's injured. Chahal is here. Obviously, he's turned into one of the match winners for Team India for the past few months. So I hope he continues to do that. And of course, he knows exactly what his strengths are, and we just have to support him and we have to be with him.
Along with Kohli, former skipper Mahendra Singh Dhoni, wrist spinner Kuldeep Yadav and all-rounder Hardik Pandya were also allowed a break following the tour of South Africa. Yadav and slow bowler Yuvendra Chahal had wreaked havoc in South Africa, and Sharma backed Chahal to come up with goods again during the T20 series.
So all the news we've got for you this afternoon. To follow details of these stories and more, you can log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Charlene Benedict for the News First team. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Good day.